Habari mchana. Good afternoon in Swahili. My name is Jeff Larden. I'm out here in northern Kenya at a place called Lake Turkana, which is widely regarded as the origin of man. Just quite an interesting paradox as the world as we know it collapses. We are experiencing a tremendous awakening in humanity's consciousness, propagated by the greatest manufactured economic collapse in human history. I have complete conviction and faith that my fellow human will be able to see beyond the veil of what is really happening with this coronavirus and who benefits from it. I've been sinking into some deeper truths in wisdom, as my initial reaction was very super ego based and wanting to go to war, in my combative nature wanted to point out and highlight all the atrocities taking place and what seemed clear as day to me, the real intentions behind the things that were going on. I take mainstream media with the slightest grain of salt, as I don't find it worth my time trying to decipher the very small inkling of truth that it shows. But I'm very thankful for the awarenesses I've been coming to, the deeper truths that I've been sinking into. And on a deeper level, I recognize that this experience is something the collective has called in for our own awakening. We are currently experiencing an attack on our liberties in the apparent face of for our own security. And this is going to propagate the largest awakening in human history as we rapidly remove the veil of what's happening, and also propagate our greatest rise in reclaiming our powers and sovereignty. We've given our powers away to structures, systems that do not have our best interest at heart, and we're seeing just how fragile they are. How much of your liberty are you willing to trade for false security? There's an old saying, if a man is willing to trade liberty for security, he deserves neither. And this is a time of the awakening, of taking back our powers, of learning how to stand on our own 2 feet again. We become so dependent on these structures that as soon as the fabric of it starts to collapse, our well-being does as well. How can we start to take back our powers? Well, food sovereignty is clearly a huge one. We're going to be facing some tremendous food shortages, potentially food rationing, things of this nature. I really offer you to consider, how do you take back your power in that sense? Grow hanging vertical gardens, at the compost, small plants, sprouting your own seeds. Where have you given your power away energetically? How much media have you taken in? How much anger, resentment does it bring up in you? You give your power to something and you stand against something. What are you willing to stand for? Me, I'm going to stand for the rise in conscious masculinity by showing up as my authentic true self. I'm going to stand for the rise of human consciousness. I'm going to stand for humans to reclaim our powers and our sovereignty. And that starts with within. This is a time highly prophesized by our forefathers, stepping into the soul light era in Taoism, time of the rising of the sixth sun, and I believe the Aztec culture. And with tremendous growth comes tremendous growing pains. And the length and time of those growing pains is up to us. And it's really about reclaiming our powers. So I offer you to really consider during this time, how have we been living? We've lived in a society of such gluttony, materialism, absorption of more and more, consumerism, and it's something that can no longer sustain itself. So on a deeper energetic level, we've called this in to awaken us on a deeper level. So I really offer you to think about how can you take your power back. Start to think co-creatively. And what does the fall of the matrix look like? You know, this house of cards is crumbling, and we have an opportunity now to dream into reality our new collective vision. If we can step out of the fear-based mongering that's transpiring and really start to collectively dream in a new vision of co-creation, of harmony, of integrity amongst all beings and our leaders, sustainability, food sovereignty, harmony with Mother Earth. I really offer you to keep that end goal in mind, as this is an incredibly transformational period, and there's an opening right now for us to really start to create and dream that reality into existence. Where have we been taking things for granted? The food that we consume, our loved ones, how we've been distracting ourselves from what's happening. Does the media take your attention? Social media, you know, so much things that have been put out there to take our consciousness. Sports, drinking, sex, pornography. Start to awaken to the fact that AI has been present for some time. And it's time to start to reclaim our connection to our own spirit and to the greater spirit. Can you put your phone aside for a day? Can you shut off media for a week? It's a time of tremendous awakening. We're going to face some tremendous challenges. Are you ready to stand for your liberties? I know I am. I love you. Stay grounded throughout this process. Connect with Mother Earth. Connect with the Earth wisdom, Earth energy. Learn to quiet the mind. Don't be a stand against something. Be a stand for something. Offering this quick blessing for all those who are suffering economically, have caught the flu, of any kind of illnesses. Stay blessed out there. Don't feed into the fear mongering. Support each other. Spread the light. Spread love. Biggity bless up yourself.